Yo, what's going on, guys? So we're going to be talking about YouTube Studio, and we're going to cover 3 topics. We're going to talk about why I set it up this way, what I would change about this studio, and ways to be able to afford this studio if you don't have the money up front. So let's talk about it. Before we get into this, I got a beer here, okay? Now, this beer is from a local brewery, one of my favorites in Connecticut. It's called Relic Brewing, and we have it's the Shipwright IPA 8%. It doesn't tell you anything about the beer on the can, so I really just don't know what it is, but hey, we're gonna try it. Cheers, guys. Wow, it's really good. Yeah. This is a good beer. Okay, so when I was looking into getting a home studio for my YouTube channel, I was thinking something that I wanted productive, something personal, and something that I can just grab and go. Like, I wanted a studio that wasn't so attached to the house. Like, I have my workspace right here, but if I needed to take this studio out to a hotel because I'm taking a long weekend or a week's trip somewhere and I'm trying to vlog, I want to be able to just throw this studio up in a bag and take it wherever I gotta go. I don't have a desktop. What I did was I just bought a MacBook, the MacBook Air. It's the M1 processor, 16 gigabyte RAM, and it just blows up onto a big monitor for me to be able to edit my videos. Having a big monitor is really key because when you're uploading videos and you have like your timeline, you want it to be wide. Like, you don't want to just be working on like a small screen. It can be pretty difficult. So you want to have a bigger screen to be able to see your timeline as wide as possible, and it just gives you more space to work. When it comes to editing videos, having a wide screen is very crucial. So yeah, this studio is just literally set up to where I have my space at my house, but I could just unplug and go and take it wherever I want to. And I'm not gonna really edit videos, but what I'm gonna do is probably like organize the videos and label them on each day, so when I get back to my studio for my day's trip and I have multiple days recorded, I have everything organized, and it makes it a lot easier for when I have to come here and edit a video. So that's like a huge thing, just having a laptop that's just plug and go. You know, come home, plug it in, open on a big screen, I'm at my desk in my workspace, or I can just unplug it and bring it wherever I need to go, and I can upload my videos, I can edit my videos, I can do everything I need to do that I can right here. So that's why I went with the laptop projected onto a monitor instead of having a desktop, because the desktop, you're not going to be able to just throw in your backpack and go. I mean, you just can't do that. So that's why I had the studio set up like this, and that was like the main thing. That was the main thing for me, was just having a workspace but also being mobile. I just wanted to have a spot where I can sit. I got my little backsplash here. I try to make it look nice with the lights and the posters. You can see like right behind these chairs that I'm sitting at is like my desk and studio, and that's my workspace. And then I just turn around and I got my camera, my mic, my lights, and I could just make a video like how I am right now. Just a nice, easy, productive, unplug and go studio. Now let's talk about what I would change about the studio. So I was talking about how having a wide monitor is kind of nice. If I had to change anything about this setup right here, I would probably just get a wider monitor. I'd probably get one of those like wide curve monitors. If you see that the monitor is kind of in the corner, so having a curve I just think would look good, and it would just make sense to have a curve as it's sitting in the corner of that room. I think that it would just be easier on the eyes, it would look really good, and yeah, having a wider screen I think would make it even better. So if I were to change anything about this space that I have right here, it would just be the monitor. Now, let me talk about this table. So I was trying to make this an all-in-one studio. What I mean by that is, yes, I can turn around, edit videos, and then I can turn around and talk to you. I was also trying to think about having this to where I can have two people sit here. I wouldn't really do an interview because this isn't like an interview channel, but I would consider having a friend over here and trying some beers or something like that. Two people can fit here. I could push my camera back and you can see the ends of the table here. It does go a little bit wider. You can't see it right now because of how the camera is positioned and cropped, but this table is a little bit wider and it can fit two people, but it's a little snug. So if I were to change anything about this studio, a lounge area, I'd have like maybe like a wider sofa and a coffee table, or two chairs with like a little table in between. Maybe make the corner of this room behind the camera a lounge area. I initially thought that this would kind of be like an all-in-one, like, oh, I could talk to you and then push the camera back and have two people here, but I just recently did that and it's a little snug. So the only thing that I would really change about this studio is the wider screen, the wider monitor, and maybe just having like a lounge area set up to where I can just turn the camera that way and it would just be more, there'd be more flow for a guest on this channel. Now let's talk about the price of this studio. And this is where it's gonna get a little interesting. Beer, I gotta drink my beer before this though. I gotta drink my beer before this because I'm not trying to scare anybody out of this. I'm trying to open up your mind and open up your vision on having a YouTube studio. I got a lot to talk about. Let's just talk about this, okay? Let's just talk about this. This studio that I got, I would say it's the best bang for your buck. What that means is it's not the most expensive, not the highest quality, but it's not the cheapest and lowest quality. I think that this is high quality entry at a mid-level price. Cost me about $5,000. Now, before you turn this video off because you're thinking like, dude, I don't got $5,000. I'm fucking exiting out of this. This guy's crazy. I didn't have $5,000 either. I didn't pay $5,000 for this up front. There's multiple ways you can go about this. So I have a good credit and I took a personal loan from my bank. What I did was I did a 4-year payment plan for $5,000. I'm paying about $120 a month. It will be paid off sooner than 4 years because I'm paying more than $120. But the reason why I did the 4-year payment at $120 is because like this is something that I didn't really need. It was something that I wanted and I invested for this channel. So I figured if I have an emergency, health issues, you know, something with my job, I didn't want to make this something to where I wouldn't be able to afford it. So I just figured even through hard times, $120 a month really isn't that bad. You can get a whole YouTube studio, like laptop, cameras, lights, desk, extra batteries, you know, multiple selfie sticks, tripods. I mean, dude, everything that you would need. I just went onto Amazon and I just built a list. There's like 42 items. And then I just found out how much everything would cost, went to my bank, boom, $5,000 loan, took that money, bought it all on Amazon, got it shipped to my house, and that's it. Some of you are probably thinking like, well, I could spend $5,000 on this, but I don't want to have a 4-year payment plan. What B&H Photo offers is a credit card to where you can pay it off in 12 months interest free. Yeah, if you want to spend $5,000 on a studio where you don't have $5,000 up front, but you know you can pay it off within a year, do it through B&H Photo. Now, not only that, but certain banks also have credit cards where you can do 24-month payment, 0% interest. So just look into personal loans, look into certain credit cards that offer. There's so many offers right now that companies are offering. It's insane. So like I said, the whole point of this video is you really trying to up the quality of your videos. I think it's very important to have a studio with, you know, lighting and audio and stuff like that. Like, I just think like, yeah, back in the early 2000s, you might have gotten away with just an iPhone, but I just think nowadays the competition is so strong that like it's kind of necessary to have some of these things. So for me, I was like, well, yeah, you can get this studio for like $1,000, but it's not going to be as high end. And I'm all about trying to get the best bang for your buck. So I feel like this is an entry level to high quality, but I'm paying a mid-level price. That's everything. That's everything that I bought. The camera, not the most expensive camera, but not the cheapest. It's not the best camera, but it's not the worst. I think it's the best camera for the money. Everything that I bought is like that. My MacBook, I got the MacBook Air M1 upgraded to a 16GB RAM. $600 cheaper than the MacBook Pro, but it's the exact same thing. Has a smaller screen, but who gives a shit? Because you're putting it on a monitor. And then you have that smaller laptop to be able to just unplug it, throw it in your backpack, and go. So I didn't see the point in getting a MacBook Pro and spending the extra $700. I just got the MacBook Air and I upgraded to a higher gigabyte RAM. And yeah, I saved like $700, but it performs the exact same way. So everything that this studio is and everything about it is all about productivity, mobility, being able to just unplug and go, and also getting the best bang for your buck. Before I head out, I just want to say everything in this video, in this studio that I have, I'm going to put a link in the description of everything that I got. I'm not going to get paid for it. They're not affiliates or anything like that. It's just for your convenience. If you found this interesting and I hope that this helped you. I hope that this video really kind of showed, you know, some people that really want to have a YouTube channel and are completely like confident that they're just gonna stick with it, but they don't have a lot of money. Well, look into taking a personal loan. You know, do your research, make a list of everything that you think that you need. Find out the total and see what a credit card or a bank can do for you. Because like I said, if it wasn't for a personal loan, I wouldn't have any of this right now. So I'm gonna have everything in the link in the description. If you found this video helpful and you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button. That really helps the channel. If you like this video and you want to see more, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell. I come out with a video every Saturday. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. I really hope that this video helped you. And like I said, no slap to the face of the bigger people saying that all you need is a cell phone to make a YouTube video. I understand their point and their logic, but I just feel like nowadays the competition is just too strong. You really gotta up your game now, man. It's 2022. You gotta up your game. Okay, so like I said, hope this helped. I love you guys. Thank you, and I'll see you for the next video.